Cool. Ashwin, you asked this question. Let me answer that so that everyone understands what you're asking. Okay, I've already given this answer multiple times.
Yeah,
It's okay. Let's discuss about it right now because now it's very relevant because you're writing case studies. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So basically, what doubt I have is that right now I'm writing my case study. I have completed my like critical decision, few more parts, introduction, solution, and all those things. Until now, I have around that when you go into Medium, you have a section where it says 11 minute read. So
Correct.
right now till now I have 11-minute read. I have more things to write. Probably it will go to
Become
18 minutes,
30
I
minutes
say.
or 45 minutes probably. Okay, let's say. Okay. Then
Not 30 minutes, but yeah, let's say to 18-20 minutes. See, will this section which says 18-minute 20-minute reads, will it affect the reader's interest? Like when they see at the top and then they will think, yeah, it's a very long actually. Why just read just as scroll it down and then close it thing? So will this affect?
yes, I'll tell you. Anyway, the answer is not black and
Yeah.
white anyway. You also know it. But anyway, let me answer this question. If you remember in the critical decisions review which I've done, if you
Hmm.
remember, I told this. Look at these paragraphs, guys. I already lost interest to read this particular paragraph. Look at this
Mhm.
converted into a visual. Look at this way this entire these things pointers are presented. Now it's engaging for me. You're watching a 3 hour movie. The movie is very boring. The parts are not really connected. Each thing comes very difficult to be read. People will definitely not read your case study. A 30-minute case study feels very difficult to scan if it is really boring. Text, 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 text. Finally, some UI is there. They will not read your case study. Let us say a
Mhm.
total length of the case study is 30 minutes. But let us say I only have
Mhm.
two. What is that I
Mhm.
can get maximum out of what you are showcasing me on your case study that in 2 minutes I can go and read. Let's say I don't even have 2 minutes. I just have 10 seconds. I
Mhm.
open the case study. The opening banner itself has a teaser about the work which you have done, and I close your case study. It
Right.
works. I don't even have
Mhm.
time to read that 40 minutes on the top. Let us say, even if you have written only 11-minute case study, do you think anyone will spend 11 minutes reading your case study? 11 minutes is a very short case study, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Do you think anyone spends 11 minutes reading your case study? Nobody does,
Not
na?
really. Not really. Yeah.
Nobody has that much time. So the answer is not black and white. Oh, it's not like, oh, there, 40 minutes is there. Oh my God. You know who will give you this feedback? Those people who you go for feedback, asking them to read your case study and give feedback. No, they will tell you this. Because you're going to please go and read my case study. You're like, oh, dude, your case study is so long. It's 45 minutes long. I can't give you a review, right? Make it short.
Yeah.
This is where this feedback significantly comes
Mhm.
because your usability testing itself is wrong. You go there and tell, I have 45-minute case. That's fine. I'm giving you only 5 minutes. Look at it and tell
Mhm.
me what you feel. You don't have to read the entire thing. You look at it for two
Mhm.
minutes and tell me what you understood. Do your usability testing right.
Right. Right. Right.
What you can do is do a usability test of your case study and iterate on it. Give it to people. Tell them you have only 2 minutes to read. Put a 2 minutes time and say, hey, stop reading it. Now tell me what did you
Mhm.
understand? Take pointers. If they are like, oh, I didn't understand that, I understand that this is so texty, I couldn't process all this, take those pointers, change those things. So
Mhm.
you have to be smart over here. You're like, oh, recruiter will be like, anyway, see, they anywhere are not going to be like, they clearly know that they're not going to spend 45 minutes or even 11 minutes or even 6 minutes on reading a case. They know that. They're not going to
Mhm.
reject it for that particular reason. Right?
Mhm.
So don't only if you put people in the pressure that you have to read my entire case study, then this feedback will come. Make your case study
Yeah.
scannable in under 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. And the good part
Yeah.
is when the newer structure which we're coming up with is actually written backwards from this man.
Mhm.
First teaser, if I have only few seconds. Then comes the
Mhm.
solution part if I have only 1 or 2 minutes. Right?
Mhm.
Then comes these critical decisions which you have
Critical
taken.
decisions. Right.
Right? Then comes these UI and all this component and all you have made. Let us say I have
Mhm.
only 2 minutes to scan. I quickly scan. I can see one nice, wonderful solution which you have built. I can see some of you have
Mhm.
taken very good, important decisions. I can go and see that even in your file, you have made one very good discipline. I can go, if I want to really read about more process, I'll read all this, I'll skip it and come back. Oh, nice. You've done a very mature project. First time when you write, you
Mhm.
will probably write in a very linear manner. You'll dump things in a very straightforward manner and then
Mhm.
iteratively make it more engaging. You can't
Mhm.
start off writing in this particular manner. It's difficult.
I think that thing is very good. You're saying that give your case study to someone to just test it. Just give them 2 minutes, 3 minutes, read it, and then explain me what you got. And then if any pointers I get, I'm just iterate on my thing which I made. So that I will definitely do.
Amazing.
I cannot able to reiterate anything. So, for example, if I give some correction, if someone gives some correction, means so my mind suddenly, so some fed up will be, oh, again I go to something and I will change everything like that. So how to overcome this?
It's difficult. I understand it is difficult. The point is, you've not become a designer if you do not accept iterations. As I always keep saying, right? Instead of being attached to your work, can you be attached to the future version of your work? As a designer, right? I keep saying this. People say, hey, don't be attached. You should always be ready for iterations. But this is a trick. I've worked so hard for my work, right? So I'm very attached to it. I don't want to change it. So instead, what I can do is, instead of becoming detached, that is like a sannyas, what I can do is I can be attached to the next version of what's going to come in my work. I want to see this better. And then you'll be welcoming feedback. Right? And that's when you can call yourself a designer, Karthik Raj.
Yeah, actually recent days. So sometimes right? I'm not able to iterate some things.
You keep this in your mind. As a designer, I need to be open for iterations. Feedback comes. I want to become a better person. I want my case study to become a better thing. I'm attached to that. Let me go and take it. And this, I'll tell you one more tip. Take it in small chunks. Don't do heavy facelifts. Like how WhatsApp keeps giving you updates. You update it, nothing will change. Right? Because all they've done is they've a small change. Right? But if you actually observe WhatsApp now to WhatsApp some 5 to 6 years ago, drastic changes happened. The same way, don't do complete facelifts. Take small change. You just want to correct the English. Don't worry. Take it for that particular week. You just want to make, there are a few paragraphs over there, right, which people are not reading. I will convert them into visuals. Go and convert them. That's it. Don't do anything else. Yeah. See, in the design thinking project, you got a lot of feedback in the testing stage. Correct?
Yes.
Did you act on all the feedback?
No.
No, right? You selected whatever you can do in that particular point of time, and you did that. That is a design thinker. That is a designer. You will only accept how much of feedback in the time you have. Even in real projects, when we get a lot of feedback from users, it's not that we implement all those features. We prioritize, we implement one by one. Then it's not overwhelming.
True. That's right.
Because that small iteration is much better than not doing any iteration because of thinking, getting overwhelmed by the huge facelift you want to do. Instead of that, if not immediately, in 2 months, you will have a case study which is much better than the original written case study which you have done. You've learned all those 20, 30 different things which you have changed in your case study slowly, giving its own focus and time. You got it?
Yeah.
So every day is like, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? And that's when the thought process came. If the starting one, if I'm changing it, then is it truthful to the actual PDC I took part in? And two, if I'm not changing it, will it be, like a negative thing because that will be, like whoever's seeing it will be like, you haven't thought of it properly. Your thought process is completely wrong. Why should we hire you kind of situation?
Firstly, thank you so much for, it's very courageous to actually talk in this manner. I know a lot of people have this particular concern, right? Not able to act because they feel that, the good part is, that probably your work is not so good. That's a good part. Anyway, I'll convert that into a positive thing. But the point is good that you're coming out at talking about this. So Siraj and anyone else who has the same concern about, hey, you know what, my work is not really great. I don't know if I represent this, will it be good or not? Okay. Let's see the worst case. Let us say you write a case study. Your work is immature. What will happen? Tell me.
Maybe they'll judge me.
They'll judge you, correct?
Yeah.
Where will you apply? Let us say you apply to some place and they'll judge you. What will happen?
I'll not get the job or...
You'll not get the job. Either you'll get feedback. The worst case, they will not even respond to you. They'll not even select you, right? Yeah. What will you do?
I'll start improving upon I'll see what went wrong. I'll see
what went wrong. If you're understanding, it's fine. If you're not understanding, what will you do?
I'll continue with that same thing. I'll send it to other applications also.
Send it to others. Probably go and make some changes and send it to someone else.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. If you're really scared that this is one very important company which I wanted to apply to, for them, I want to send the best work. What will you do? You will not send it to them right now. You'll send it to, there are hundreds and hundreds of companies out there, right? Hundreds and hundreds of people whom you can talk to, right? Now, They'll give you feedback, they're not getting selected. That is fine. Enough. You do not have a case study. You did the project, you do not have a case study. Can any of this happen?
No.
You've already lost.
Hmm.
You've already lost. Can you, if someone asks you, hey, you know what, someone asks you to present your work, you don't know exactly how to present your work, because writing a case study will make sure that you think about your work and you think about how to present your work. You've invested the thought process, right? If you've seen in the call, someone said, as I was writing these critical decisions, I thought about it and I didn't like it. Therefore, I had to improve it. I went and it does all this. Writing a case study is not just about putting things over there, but it makes you start thinking about what is the work which you have done. And it allows you to tell a story about the work which you have done. It's a lot of validation about yourself. You realize a lot of things about yourself. Now, if you write a case study, don't publish it. You keep the case study with yourself. Now, someone comes, hey, Sriraj, let's talk about what we have done. Because you have written a case study, you have the practice of going and presenting something. You can talk to them about your work.
Yes.
The asset is therefore very, very, very important. You do not have an asset, people cannot listen to your vague stories. You can tell, hey, I have this knowledge, I have this thing and all the stuff. I didn't write my case study. Doesn't matter. Please show me an asset. That's fine. Now you tell your story. I'll tell you even the better case. What if you are thinking your solution is immature? What if your solution is much mature than many hundreds of other people who are applying to the same job? Did you think of this? Because that's the reality.
Okay.
Because here the standard is high. Here I'm telling you, because I made you come to a stage where you understand things are immature. You think others know. Do you know the amount of crap which people get when a job posting is posted? Do you know the number of crap? You should go and look at my LinkedIn. You'll understand the number of crap portfolios which I get on a daily basis. You'll already feel, oh my God, if these are the people applying now, today I'm going to get a job. Does this open a bulb? Does this switch off the bulb? Right?
Definitely.
You are assuming, bro. You are assuming that your case study is like your problem is immature. That is fine. That is your maturity. Right? That is your maturity. Good. Work on it. Put an asset right now. Work on it. Make a better product. Make changes.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. So there's one more question people have. Hey, Anudeep, the company doesn't give me feedback. The company is not even talking to me. It's a very, very known UX problem as well. Your user is not giving you feedback about the product you're using. Your user is actually behaving in a different manner, not in a predicted manner. What will you do? What will you do?
Observing their behavior.
Good. What do you do? What do you do in a usability test? Do you only rely on people's answers? Or do you go and gather insights on the way people have behaved? You also go and take a lot of assumptions from what has worked, what did not work, based on what you think. Like, let's say you showed this, the reaction was not great, right? You went to 3 companies, you showed these 3 things, you went multiple iterations. This worked, this did not work. You go and gather insights from that. From whatever is coming. No, Anudeep, I will only gather only if they particularly give me feedback. You're forcing them. What kind of feedback they'll give? Because they're not putting effort on giving a review for your case study. All they go, something, this guy is like killing us. Just give me something. So what will they do? They'll just write some artificial stuff and they'll send you and you are depressed for your entire life. That's also a UX principle. Don't worry about what exactly the user is saying. You understand the root problem and you solve it. You got it.